So much to talk about. So let's get cracking. Lots off the pitch as well as on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was French rugby's version of the Oscars last week. I think we spoke to you the week of La Nuit de Rugby last season, Jerome, actually, and you were there. This year, not too much debate about the winners. Antoine Dupont, top French international. Zach Mercer, top 14 player of the year. Easy.
Like you said, there wasn't really much debate in terms of the winners. But from a start point of view, it was awesome to see Antoine get another award, and and another halfback who plays for our women's team, Laurie Census, get the women's award as well. So that was really was incredible for us to be able to celebrate here at the start.
And also Zach, another friend of the show, like no surprise. Again, like a man who in the final was MVP, player of the final. Headed obviously back home now, so we're sad that he's heading back home for his, excited for his challenge, trying to make that World Cup squad. But not many eights come over here, one of the biggest physical leagues on the planet, and make that big a splash in their first season. Like, he was absolutely phenomenal. He's not a massive guy either. Like, he's not massively gifted genetically size-wise, but like his timing, his power, his technical ability in spades, he reads the game so well. So I really, really chuffed for him. Absolutely delighted to pick up the award and wish him all the best for the rest of this season, and then also in his quest to make that World Cup squad. As we said, that's going to be a huge challenge for him going back home.
Yeah. You mentioned him heading back home. The other news, obviously, Sam Simmonds moving from Exeter to fill his boots. So you also mentioned size. Jerome, as a former back rower, both former back rowers, he's even smaller than Zach. So when you look at Sam Simmonds moving to the top 14, do you think he can have a similar impact to Zach, or is he going to find it tricky to adjust, because it is the land of the giants at times in the top 14?
No, I think he'll just continue his momentum that he had in the Premiership. He's deceivingly small. Oh, not like he's not small, but he's just a tank. And I think he'll fit in right in with the top 14. He's a very similar profile to like Greg Aldrich, Tunga at La Rochelle now. So he's a bit of a tank, but he's also quick. He was a try-scoring machine at the Premiership. So for me, coming to top 14, I think he'll fit right in with how the game's played and how physical it is, because he doesn't shirk that responsibility, that's for sure.
Now, I think there's been a shift as well. Like from when I started in the top 14, it was just like it was land of the mutes. It was like, can you get the biggest pack of forwards on the field? Whereas now there's way much more organization. It's harder to break defenses down. There's more skill required. And if you think, like you mentioned a few names, like he reminds me of Sean O'Brien as well, just like the way he has that explosive power, like low center of gravity, can burst tackles. And he's got a real point of difference. Like you mentioned, the amount of tries he scored 5 to 10 meters out for Exeter because of how well organized they are. And that's what he'll bring to Montpellier. Like, he's a British lion. Like, he's a top player. So like Zach Mercer is a big loss, but I think Philippe Saint-André has been quite shrewd with his recruitment. Like, used to commentate on the Premiership as well. And I reckon Sam Simmonds will go well.
And it is a bit odd to be talking about next season when we're only a few weeks into this season, but it is the big news.